What if I told you that your grip strength could predict your lifespan better than your cholesterol levels? At 73, Dr. Sarah Mitchell discovered something shocking while examining thousands of patient records spanning 40 years. The secret to living past 90 wasn't found in expensive supplements or strict diets. It was hidden in plain sight, in 7 simple signs anyone can measure at home. Today, you'll learn exactly what these signs are and why doctors rarely discuss them. But here's the thing. One of these indicators improved 87% when patients made just one tiny change to their daily routine. Which one? Stay with me because sign number 5 completely changed how I look at aging. Let's dive into what science really says about predicting your golden years. Meet Dr. Harold Kaufman, 81 years old, still practicing medicine after 55 years. Last month, his 95-year-old patient Victor beat him at arm wrestling. That moment sparked Harold's deep dive into longevity research. I realized I'd been looking at health all wrong, Harold admits. We focus on diseases, but what about the signs of exceptional vitality? Harold spent months analyzing data from the Baltimore Longitudinal Study of Aging, the Framingham Heart Study, and his own practice records. What he found contradicted everything he'd been taught. The best predictors of living past 90 weren't your typical health markers. They were everyday abilities most people ignore. These 7 signs don't require expensive tests or doctor visits, Harold explains. You can check them right now, today. His research revealed that people displaying 5 or more of these signs had a 73% higher chance of reaching their 90th birthday in good health. But here's what's remarkable. These signs can be improved at any age. Harold's oldest patient started working on them at 87 and is now 94, still traveling the world. If this sounds like the kind of practical wisdom you've been searching for, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, because what you're about to learn could add quality years to your life. Let's explore what half a century of medical practice has taught Dr. Kaufman about aging well. Sign number 1, your walking speed. Dr. Kaufman calls this the silent speedometer of aging. Research from the University of Pittsburgh tracked 35,000 seniors for over a decade. The results? Those who walked faster than 3 feet per second, about 2 miles per hour, consistently outlived slower walkers by 10 to 15 years. Here's why it matters. Walking speed reflects your cardiovascular health, muscle strength, balance and neurological function all at once. It's your body's symphony playing in harmony. When Harold tested his patient, Ruth, age 78, her walking speed had dropped to 1.8 feet per second. I felt like I was trudging through molasses, Ruth remembers. The comprehensive solution Ruth discovered transformed her life. She started with 5-minute walks after each meal, focusing on proper posture and heel-to-toe stepping. She gradually increased her pace using landmarks, first to the neighbor's mailbox, then to the corner store. Within 3 months, her speed jumped to 2.8 feet per second. But here's the game changer. Ruth discovered Nordic walking poles. They turned my walks into full-body workouts, she says. The poles engaged her upper body, improved her posture, and boosted her confidence on uneven surfaces. Studies show Nordic walking increases walking speed by 24% while reducing joint stress by 30%. Harold's scientific protocol includes multiple components. Time yourself walking 20 feet at your normal pace. Divide 20 by your time in seconds. If under 3 feet per second, start the traffic light method. Green, normal pace for 2 minutes. Yellow, brisk pace for 30 seconds. Red, maximum safe speed for 10 seconds. Repeat 3 to 5 times. Advanced techniques Harold recommends. Interval training on different surfaces. Grass, pavement, sand. Backwards walking for neural stimulation, sidestepping for hip strength, high knee marches for power, heel walks for shin strength. The metabolic benefits extend beyond speed. Fast walkers show 40% better insulin sensitivity, 25% lower inflammation markers, 30% stronger heart function, 20% better lung capacity, 35% improved brain blood flow. Ruth's daily routine now includes morning power walks with intervals, afternoon recovery walks for joint mobility, and evening social walks with neighbours. She tracks her progress using a simple smartphone app, celebrating personal records. The key insight? Walking speed improves fastest when you vary your pace, Harold explains. Your nervous system adapts to challenges, not routines. Ruth, now 81, completes 5-kilometre charity walks and recently finished her first 10-kilometre. Have you tested your walking speed lately? Share your results in the comments. Let's see who's got the fastest feet in our community. Sign number 2, your grip strength. When Harold first heard that grip strength predicted lifespan better than blood pressure, he was skeptical. Then he reviewed the prospective urban-rural epidemiology study covering 140,000 adults across 17 countries. The evidence was undeniable. Every 5-kilogram decrease in grip strength increased mortality risk by 16% and cardiovascular disease risk by 17%. Think comprehensively, Harold says. Everything from opening jars to catching yourself during a fall depends on grip strength. His patient Carl, 76, couldn't open his medication bottles. Testing revealed his grip strength had fallen to 18 kilograms, well below the 30-kilogram threshold for healthy men his age. This weakness extended beyond his hands, affecting his entire body. Carl's transformation began with understanding grip biomechanics. Harold prescribed functional grip training using everyday items, squeezing stress balls while watching TV. Start with tennis balls, carrying grocery bags with proper form, not dragging them. Wringing out wet towels builds rotational strength. Playing with therapy while reading progressive resistance. Opening tight jars, real-world application. The breakthrough came with farmers' walks. Carl filled 2 equal containers with water and carried them around his house. Starting with half-gallon jugs, he progressed to gallon containers within weeks. I pretend I'm carrying my grandkids' luggage, Carl jokes. This exercise improved his posture, core strength, and walking endurance simultaneously. But here's what most people miss. Grip strength reflects total muscle mass and neurological health. Carl added comprehensive exercises. Dead hangs from a pull-up bar. Start with 10 seconds. Plate pinches. Holding weight plates with fingertips. Rubber band extensions. Strengthening finger extensors. Rice bucket exercises. Plunging hands into uncooked rice. Rope climbing motions even without a rope. The nutritional component proved crucial. Harold ensured Carl consumed 30 grams protein per meal, leucine-rich sources, vitamin D supplementation, 2000 IU daily, omega-3 fatty acids, anti-inflammatory, creatine monohydrate 3 grams daily, adequate hydration muscle function. The results exceeded expectations. Carl's grip strength increased to 32 kilograms in 4 months. More importantly, his overall strength improved dramatically. He now plays catch with his grandchildren, carries his own golf clubs, and helps his wife with garden work. Research reveals grip strength's predictive power, better indicator than blood pressure for heart disease, correlates with cognitive function preservation, predicts post-surgery recovery rates, indicates bone density health, reflects overall muscle quality. Carl discovered rock climbing at an indoor gym. If you told me at 76 I'd be climbing walls, I'd have laughed, he says. Now, 79, he teaches grip strength classes at the senior centre. Harold's testing method is simple. Use a hand dynamometer, available online for $20 to $30, or the suitcase test. Can you carry a 25-pound suitcase for 2 minutes without switching hands? Men should aim for 30 kilogram plus grip strength, women for 20 kilogram plus. The transformation happens gradually, but surely. What everyday tasks have become harder for you lately? Let's discuss grip training tips in the comments. Sign number 3. Your balance control. The shocking statistic Harold shares: after 65, your risk of falling doubles every decade. But here's what they don't tell you. Balance is the most trainable sign of aging. The landmark Mayo Clinic study found that seniors who could stand on one foot for over 30 seconds had biological ages 10 years younger than their chronological age. More remarkably, balance training showed results faster than any other intervention. Harold's patient Maria, 79, learned this the hard way. After a minor fall in her garden, she became terrified of falling again. Testing showed she could only balance on one foot for 3 seconds. I felt like I was walking on ice everywhere, Maria recalls. Her fear created a vicious cycle. Less movement led to worse balance, increasing fall risk further. The solution started with understanding balance's 3 interconnected components: visual input, vestibular function, and proprioception. Maria began with progressive balance challenges that systematically improved each component. In weeks 1 and 2, she stood near a wall, feet together, eyes open for 30 seconds. Weeks 3 and 4, she did the same position, but with eyes closed to build vestibular reliance. Weeks 5 and 6, she balanced on one foot with eyes open, starting with 5 seconds. Weeks 7 and 8, she balanced on one foot with eyes closed, an advanced challenge. Weeks 9 and 10, she stood on foam surfaces. Weeks 11 and 12, she performed dynamic movements while balancing. The breakthrough came with dynamic balance training. Harold introduced heel-to-toe walking, standing on foam pads while brushing teeth, Tai Chi movements, ball tosses while standing on one foot, weight shifts in multiple directions, and tandem walking with head turns. But here's the secret weapon: dual task training. Maria practiced balance while doing mental tasks like counting backwards from 100 by 7s, naming animals alphabetically, reciting her grocery list, solving simple math problems, and describing her surroundings. Real life requires thinking while moving, Harold explains. This cognitive-physical combination strengthened neural pathways crucial for preventing falls. After 3 months, Maria could balance on one foot for 45 seconds while having a conversation. She returned to gardening with confidence and even started dancing again. Advanced techniques Maria mastered included single-leg Romanian deadlifts with chair support, standing hip circles, ankle alphabet draws, Bosu ball exercises, and slackline walking low to the ground. The daily routine Harold recommends includes morning tree pose while coffee brews, midday tandem walking in the hallway, single-leg stands during phone calls in the afternoon, balance exercises during TV commercials in the evening, and standing meditation for 5 minutes before bedtime. The research on balance training is compelling. A 40% reduction in fall risk after 3 months, improved reaction time by 25%, enhanced spatial awareness, better joint stability, and increased confidence in daily activities. Maria's transformation inspired her to become a balance instructor. At 82, I'm teaching others what saved my independence, she says. She developed a Balance Buddies program, pairing seniors for mutual support and accountability. The key insight? Balance improves dramatically with just 5 minutes daily, Harold notes, but you must challenge yourself progressively. Maria now teaches balance classes at her senior center and recently hiked part of the Appalachian Trail. Can you balance on one foot for 30 seconds? Try it now and share your time below. Sign number 4. Your sleep quality. Poor sleep after 70 isn't normal. It's a warning sign, Harold states firmly. The groundbreaking Stanford sleep study followed 2,800 seniors for 20 years. Those with quality sleep lived an average of 4.7 years longer, with 38% less cognitive decline and 50% lower rates of chronic disease. Harold's patient, Frank, 74, exemplified the problem. I'd wake up 5 to 6 times nightly, then doze all day, Frank says. His sleep efficiency, time asleep divided by time in bed, was only 52%, far below the 85% threshold for healthy aging. This pattern affected everything: memory, mood, energy, and even his relationship with his wife. The comprehensive investigation revealed multiple culprits: bedroom temperature too warm, blue light exposure from devices, irregular sleep schedule, hidden sleep apnea, medication timing issues, caffeine consumption pattern, and anxiety about sleep itself. Frank's transformation began with sleep restriction therapy. Instead of spending 10 hours in bed for 5 hours of sleep, Harold limited Frank to 6 hours initially. It felt counterintuitive, Frank admits, but I started sleeping more soundly. This compressed sleep schedule increased sleep pressure, making sleep more efficient. The complete protocol included environmental optimization, fixed wake time at 6 a.m. regardless of sleep quality, no screens 2 hours before bed, using amber glasses when necessary, creating a bedroom sanctuary with blackout curtains and a white noise machine, temperature regulation with a cooling mattress pad, morning light exposure for 30 minutes within the first hour, and an evening routine with a warm bath, reading, and meditation. But the game changer was discovering Frank's mild sleep apnea. A simple dental appliance improved his breathing, and his sleep efficiency jumped to 82% within weeks. Harold also adjusted Frank's medications, moving diuretics to the morning and sleep-disrupting meds to earlier times. Harold introduced advanced sleep enhancement strategies like using a weighted blanket, magnesium glycinate supplement, the 4-7-8 breathing technique, progressive muscle relaxation, sleep diary tracking, cognitive shuffling technique, and binaural beats for sleep. The nutritional component proved vital. No caffeine after noon, a light dinner 3 hours before bed, tart cherry juice for natural melatonin, a chamomile tea ritual, and avoiding alcohol, which disrupts REM sleep. The unexpected benefits amazed Frank. His blood pressure dropped 15 points, his memory improved noticeably, and his energy soared. "I feel 10 years younger," he says. His wife noticed the difference too. Frank was more patient, engaged, and optimistic. Harold's sleep quality indicators for healthy aging include falling asleep within 20 minutes, waking up no more than once nightly, feeling refreshed upon waking, no daytime drowsiness, dream recall indicating REM sleep, consistent sleep-wake times, and 7 to 8 hours of total sleep. Advanced monitoring revealed Frank's sleep architecture improved with more deep sleep for tissue repair, better REM cycles for memory consolidation, fewer micro-awakenings, lower cortisol levels, and improved heart rate variability. The crucial insight: sleep quality trumps quantity after 70, Harold explains. 6 hours of quality sleep beats 8 hours of fragmented rest. Frank now leads hiking groups at 77 and recently completed a cross-country RV trip with his wife. What's your biggest sleep challenge? Share below. Let's solve it together. Sign number 5. Your social connections. The Harvard Longevity Study's 85-year findings stunned Harold. Social isolation increases mortality risk by 45%, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes daily. But it's not about quantity, it's about quality of connections. The study revealed that satisfied relationships at 50 were better predictors of healthy aging than cholesterol levels. Harold's patient Janet, 71, epitomized this challenge. After retiring and losing her spouse, she'd gone weeks without meaningful conversation. "I felt invisible," Janet confesses. "Even at the grocery store, I'd avoid eye contact." Her health declined rapidly, blood pressure spiked, depression emerged, and cognitive function decreased. Testing revealed Janet's social vitality score was critically low. 0 regular social activities, no close confidants, minimal community involvement, limited family contact, no shared interest with others, and lack of purpose or contribution. The transformation began with understanding connection types and their unique benefits, intimate bonds for deep emotional support, relational connections with friends and colleagues for belonging and fun, collective connections with community groups for purpose and identity, and societal connections through volunteer work for meaning and legacy. Janet started with structured micro-connections, greeting neighbors by name daily, chatting with cashiers genuinely, complimenting strangers sincerely, calling one old friend weekly, attending library events, and joining a morning walkers group. The breakthrough came when Janet joined a book club. "Suddenly I had opinions worth sharing again," she says. This led to cascading social opportunities. Coffee meetups before meetings, carpooling with members, starting a mystery book subgroup, organizing author visits, creating an online discussion forum, and planning group trips to literary sites. But here's what changed everything: intergenerational connections. Janet began tutoring at the local elementary school. "Teaching kids to read filled a grandparent-shaped hole in my heart," she explains. These connections provided energy, purpose, and joy she hadn't felt in years. Harold's comprehensive social prescription includes daily 5-minute meaningful conversations, one social activity outside home weekly, a deep conversation with a close friend bi-weekly, trying one new social experience monthly, reconnecting with distant friends quarterly, and joining a new group or class yearly. The biological impact of social connections is profound. 50% increased longevity, stronger immune system, better cognitive function preservation, lower inflammation markers, reduced depression and anxiety, lower blood pressure, and improved sleep quality. Janet discovered her passion at the animal shelter. Dogs don't care about your age, she laughs. She now coordinates senior volunteer programs, connecting isolated elders with community needs. Her Seniors Helping Seniors program pairs homebound elderly with active volunteers. Advanced social strategies Janet implemented include regular video calls with distant family, hosting weekly tea gatherings, starting a neighborhood garden, organizing skill-sharing workshops, creating a grief support group, and leading community walks. The key insight? Loneliness is curable at any age, Harold emphasizes, but you must take the first step. Janet, now 74, maintains friendships across 3 generations and recently started a podcast interviewing interesting seniors. Her health markers improved dramatically. Blood pressure normalized, depression lifted, and cognitive scores increased. Research shows that quality relationships provide an emotional buffer against stress, motivation for healthy behaviors, a sense of purpose and meaning, intellectual stimulation, physical touch benefits, and accountability for self-care. What small step could you take today to connect with someone? Share your ideas. Let's build community right here. Sign number 6, your mental stimulation. Use it or lose it isn't just a saying, it's neuroscience, Harold declares. The active study or advanced cognitive training for independent and vital elderly proved that mental training at 75 could improve cognitive function for over 10 years. Brain scans showed increased grey matter density and new neural pathways forming even in 90-year-olds. Harold's patient, George, 77, noticed troubling changes. I'd forget why I entered a room, lose track mid-conversation, George admits. Cognitive testing showed early decline in processing speed and working memory. His family worried about dementia, but Harold saw an opportunity for intervention. The comprehensive approach began with understanding neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections throughout life. Harold prescribed cognitive cross-training, hitting multiple brain systems, processing speed training. Digital brain games like Lumosity and Peak for 15 minutes daily, rapid visual information processing, dual NBAC exercises for working memory, speed reading practice with comprehension, quick decision-making scenarios, memory enhancement, method of loci, also known as the memory palace technique, name-face association games, story chain method for lists, backwards recall exercises, spaced repetition, learning executive function, Sudoku and crosswords for pattern recognition, learning new card games for strategic thinking, planning complex meals for sequencing, route navigation without GPS, budget management exercises. The breakthrough came when George learned Spanish. At 77, becoming bilingual seemed impossible, he says. But research shows language learning uniquely stimulates the aging brain. It increases grey matter density, improves multitasking ability, delays dementia onset by 4 to 5 years, enhances problem-solving skills, and strengthens memory systems. George's intensive daily routine included morning, Spanish lesson for 30 minutes mid-morning, brain training app for 15 minutes afternoon, new recipe creation which challenges planning, late afternoon, musical instrument practice evening, reading non-fiction to learn 1 new topic daily, bedtime, journal writing to consolidate memories. But here's the secret, combining physical and mental challenges. George learned to juggle while reciting poetry, play ping-pong while solving math problems, dance while memorizing sequences, walk while doing mental calculations, and garden while listening to educational podcasts. Advanced cognitive techniques Harold introduced included meditation practice for attention training, chess lessons for strategic thinking, photography for visual processing, writing memoirs for memory consolidation, teaching others for knowledge synthesis, learning magic tricks for motor cognitive integration. The results amazed everyone. After 6 months of consistent training, George's processing speed increased by 40%, memory scores improved by 35%, focus duration doubled, creativity measures soared, problem-solving enhanced, and verbal fluency increased. Research confirms mental stimulation's protective effects. a 48% reduced dementia risk, slower cognitive decline rates, better recovery from strokes, enhanced quality of life, greater independence duration, and improved social engagement. George's transformation extended beyond cognition. He joined a Spanish conversation group, started a blog about learning in retirement, and began teaching computer skills to other seniors. His newfound confidence radiated through all life areas. Harold's protocol emphasizes systematic novelty. Week 1. Learn 3 new words daily in any language. Week 2. Take a different route to familiar places. Week 3. Use your non-dominant hand for routine tasks. Week 4. Attempt a completely new hobby or skill. The vital principle comfortable equals cognitive decline, Harold explains. Your brain craves challenges. George now teaches Spanish to other seniors, published his first book at 80 and recently started learning Mandarin Chinese. The key is consistent daily practice, George emphasizes. Small steps lead to big changes. His advice: start with one brain-challenging activity daily and build from there. What new skill have you always wanted to learn? Don't let age stop you. Share your learning goals below. Sign number 7, your body composition. The obesity paradox in aging will surprise you, Harold begins. While obesity threatens younger adults, research shows slightly overweight seniors with a BMI between 25 and 27 often outlive those with a normal BMI of 18.5 to 24.9. The key isn't weight, it's body composition, the ratio of muscle to fat. Harold's patient Linda, 72, exemplifies this complexity. At a BMI of 23, she appeared healthy, but was actually skinny, fat normal weight with a high body fat percentage and dangerously low muscle mass. I thought being thin meant being healthy, Linda reflects. DEXA scans revealed the alarming truth: 38% body fat with severe sarcopenia or muscle loss. The investigation uncovered multiple issues: muscle mass, 30% below age norms, bone density, borderline osteoporotic, grip strength severely compromised, balance problems from weakness, nutritional deficiencies in protein and vitamin D, and a metabolic slowdown from muscle loss. Harold's approach challenged conventional wisdom. After 70, maintaining muscle matters more than losing weight. Linda's transformation focused on body recomposition, gaining muscle while optimizing fat levels. This required rethinking everything about nutrition and exercise. The comprehensive nutrition protocol included protein timing, 25 to 30 grams per meal, not just daily total leucine-rich foods to trigger muscle synthesis, vitamin D and calcium for bones, omega-3s for inflammation reduction, creatine supplementation, yes, for seniors, strategic carbohydrates as fuel for muscle building. Linda's optimized daily eating pattern included breakfast, Greek yogurt parfait with nuts and berries, mid-morning, protein smoothie with spinach, lunch, salmon salad with quinoa and avocado, afternoon hummus with vegetables and whole grain crackers, dinner chicken stir-fry with colorful vegetables, evening cottage cheese with cinnamon and apple. But exercise transformed everything. Harold prescribed progressive resistance training, resistance bands to start, which are joint-friendly bodyweight exercises modified for safety-free weights progression, compound movements like squats and modified push-ups, core strengthening focus, flexibility work integration. The breakthrough. Linda discovered powerlifting at her gym's senior program. At 72, I'm stronger than at 52, she beams. Her systematic training included deadlifts starting with 20 pounds, squats beginning with chair assists, bench press starting with just the bar, rows for building back strength, and the progressive overload principle. Her transformation over 18 months was remarkable. She gained 12 pounds of muscle, lost 10 pounds of fat, her BMI increased to 25.5, which is healthier for her age, her bone density improved by 15%, she eliminated fall risk, and increased her metabolic rate by 20%. Harold's key body composition insights: ideal BMI rises with age, 25 to 28 after 70 waist circumference matters more than weight. Muscle mass predicts longevity better than BMI. Intentional weight loss can be dangerous after 80. Focus on function, not the scale. Strength training is safe at any age. The research on body composition in aging reveals seniors with a BMI of 25 to 28 have lower mortality. Muscle mass correlates with immune function. Higher protein needs with aging, 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram. Resistance training prevents 90% of age-related muscle loss, and bone density improves even in the 80s with proper training. Linda's advanced strategies included periodic DEXA scans for tracking, working with a senior specialized trainer, joining powerlifting competitions, teaching strength classes to peers, and advocating against ageist fitness myths. The crucial message: throw away your scale, Harold advises. Measure strength, energy, and capability instead. Linda now competes in senior powerlifting at 75, holds multiple state records, and inspires others daily. "I stopped dieting and started living," she says. Strong is the new skinny for seniors. What matters more to you, the number on the scale or your ability to enjoy life fully? Let's discuss healthy body composition goals in the comments. Dr. Harold Kaufman's own transformation proves these signs work. At 81, he embodies all 7 indicators, but 5 years ago, he was failing most of them. "I was the cobbler with no shoes," Harold admits, preaching health while ignoring my own decline. The wake-up call came when he couldn't keep up with his 90-year-old patient during rounds. Testing revealed walking speed of 2.2 feet per second, failing grip strength of 22 kilograms below threshold, balance of 8 seconds on one foot, sleep efficiency of 58%, social connections limited to work only, mental stimulation from medical journals only, and a BMI of 22 too low for his age. Harold applied his own medicine. He joined a hiking group for social connections and exercise, learned piano for mental stimulation, adjusted his BMI to 26 through strength training, and prioritized sleep hygiene. The compound effect amazed him. Improving balance enhanced his walking speed. Better sleep boosted cognitive function. Social connections motivated exercise adherence. Each sign reinforced the others. Today, Harold's metrics tell a different story. Walking speed of 3.8 feet per second, grip strength of 35 kilograms, balance of 45 seconds one-footed, sleep efficiency of 88%, a full social calendar, learning 3 new skills yearly, and a BMI of 26, optimal for his age. These aren't just numbers, Harold emphasizes. "I'm traveling, teaching, and enjoying life more at 81 than at 71. His message is clear. It's never too late to improve these signs. Start with one and watch the others follow. Which sign will you tackle first? You've just discovered science-backed signs that predict not just lifespan, but health span after 70. These aren't theories, they're proven indicators you can improve starting today. Remember Dr. Kaufman's patients, Ruth walking 5Ks at 81, Carl playing with grandchildren, Maria teaching balance classes, Frank leading hiking groups, Janet building community, George publishing books, and Linda powerlifting at 75. Your next step? Choose one sign to improve this week. Test yourself, set a goal, and take action. Share your chosen sign in the comments. Let's support each other on this journey. If this video opened your eyes to aging's real possibilities, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs hope about their future. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more science-based senior health insights.